We've arrived at the final momentum building source, restarting momentum. All right, let's just say you have gotten completely stuck and you are finding yourself in the mud. So, what do you do when you hit what is called the trough of sorrow or the valley of trials? It's that moment in the messy middle where the excitement has faded and you're facing unexpected setbacks and you feel physically and mentally stuck in the mud. Breaking that inertia requires a specific set of tools to get the wheels turning again. My guess point of ways to restart your momentum. The first one is the micro action starter. When you are overwhelmed by the scale of your bold move, the sheer size of the mountain can paralyze you. Mike Krupit taught us a technique he calls Autocratic Coaching. He learned this while literally frozen with fear of his fear of heights on the edge of a cliff. Instead of trying to find the courage to just jump, you break the movement down into 100 tiny micro instructions to focus only on the very next step.
There's a model of coaching called Autocratic Coaching, and it was used once on me in my life, which is where I learned it. I didn't know about it previously, but I had taken my kids on vacation to a rappelling trip in West Virginia, and it was a sunset rappel, and we had a guide with us because I knew nothing about going off the edge of a mountain, but I did know I had a fear of heights. I had him send my kids down first, and everyone was harnessed, and it was all safe. Um, and then I saw my kids down there on the next cliff down, and I get all harnessed in, and you back up to the edge of the cliff, and you kick off, and you hoist yourself down, and I couldn't do it. I kept getting to the edge, and my knees were buckling, and so he tried a number of different ways to get me off the edge, and he's trying to explain the engineering science for me. I said, look, I'm an engineer. I know this is safe. I wouldn't have sent my kids down if I didn't think so. So then he went into autocratic coaching mode, and he said, all right, turn around, bend your right knee a little bit, move your left foot a half a step back, put your right arm down. And he broke it up into 100 micro instructions to get me focused on teeny next steps. And by the time I was at the cliff, all I was doing was in this mode was I was looking for his one, what's the next step? What's the next step? What's the next step? What's the next step? And I successfully got down off the cliff. And so just letting yourself say, all right, I'm just going to take the little next step, or having someone help you. And in my coming out, I had a really good support team. But I do that for my clients, right? Maybe someone needs autocratic coaching. Just try this one little thing and let's see how it goes. And then let's try this other little thing and see how it goes. And before you know it, there's big change happening.
The second strategy is the 90-second nervous system reset. Sometimes momentum stalls because our bodies get hijacked. Former CIA strategist Kelly McGannon explained that when we are in a high-stress situation, we need to use body intelligence to recognize when we are operating from a reactive fight or flight state. She advocates for hacking your own biology to return to a state of productive action.
The moment I notice that I'm getting hot, I'm getting agitated, I want to react, I want to be not my best self, I immediately take like the 3 calming deep breaths. I will breathe in through the nose and I will try to blow it out. And sometimes I'll have to do this a couple of repeat patterns. And the idea is that the exhale will be longer than my inhale. And to speed up this process, I will actually take a hand and I'll put it on my heart, or I'll if I'm waiting in line, I might do this. What it signals to the body is, hey, girlfriend, you are not getting chased by a saber-toothed tiger. You are not going to not get on a plane somewhere. Let's just calm the jet down, bring the reactivity down, because that's not going to serve you and it's not going to help the situation. And this poor person on the other side of the, I always feel bad for the people who have to rebook everybody because they get the brunt of everybody, and you don't want to make that person's life a living hell. So can I just calm that down? And if you do this for about 90 seconds, what you start to do is you start to hack your sympathetic nervous system, which is that fight or flight response. And you start to tell your parasympathetic nervous system, that's the part of you that's rest recovery. This is when you're oxytocin starts to flow through the body. That's where I want that energy when I go to meet any crisis. And so 90 seconds, that's all you need. And you should be in a better mental framework to hit like whatever it is that's going on.
Finally, Kelly reminded us that long-term perseverance requires a wellspring of internal resolve. When external support feels far away, you have to become your own most reliable advocate to get the wheels moving again.
It's that question of perseverance. Anytime you make change, you go through the valley of, I think I call it like trials, the tough part, where you're just like, it feels like Death Valley. How am I ever going to get out of this? How am I ever going to see my way out of it? And one, I think you have to have a wellspring of a reserve inside yourself. And the thing that I say to myself every day is, I bet on you, kid. Like, I bet on you. I know you have it within you to do the thing you're called to do. I bet on you. Because if no one else is going to bet on you, you've got to bet on yourself.
Okay, we have come to that audit moment in this final momentum building source. So hit pause if you need to and ask yourself these questions from the momentum audit. Question number 1, can you break your bold move down further? Like Mike Krupit's Autocratic Coaching, what is one micro instruction, a step so small it actually feels silly, that you can take in the next 10 minutes to get going again? Question number 2, are you betting on yourself? Can you look in the mirror today and say, I bet on you? I bet on you, Kristen, or I bet on you, Ashley, knowing that you have the capability to navigate this trial. And question number 3, what is your neutral state? As Kelly McGannon suggested, have you practiced identifying what a yes, a no, and a neutral feels in your body so you can make clearer decisions when you're under pressure?